Hello students, welcome to my channel VK Voice. So finally we have started physics syllabus. But before we start the physics syllabus, I just want to share with you something. And that is, so many phone calls I got regarding the differentiation and integration. Students were facing difficulties in understanding differentiation and integration. So don't worry about that. I will be just solving your problem over here. Daily, whenever my video will be uploaded, I will start with the differentiation and integration. Then I will just pick up the syllabus. So today also I will start with the differentiation. I will explain a little bit about the differentiation and then I will start with the syllabus. So without wasting the time, let us start with differentiation. Okay. So take an example. I have written over here. Example is y is equal to 9x. Now the value of y is changing as the value of x is changing. If you change the value of x, the value of y will also change. That means the value of y depend upon the value of x. So y is a dependable variable and x is independent variable. So how the value of y is changing with respect to x? Or you can say instantaneous rate of change of y with respect to x. You will write it like this. This is rate of change of y with respect to x. So that is called differentiation. Now how you will just solve the numericals regarding this? So you can solve like this. Suppose you are having y is equal to 9. Here you can see x is not there. So y has a fixed value, or you can say y has a constant value. So will it vary? Your answer will be no, it will not vary. So what will happen? You will write rate of change of y with respect to x is 0. There is no change. No change. That means 0. So first rule, keep it in your mind. If you are given a constant value, then its derivative is always 0. Now let us take another example. If suppose it is given like this, y is equal to 9x, then how you will solve it? Now here you are having this constant and here you are having the variable. Constant and variable. Then how will you solve? Again, dy by dx is equal to first 9 dx upon dx. That means you will be having 9 only. The answer is 9 only. So in this way you can solve it. Now suppose you are having another quantity, anything other is given to you. Suppose y is given to you and it is equal to, suppose, 9x raised to power 5. You are having the power over here. In that case, what you will do? Dy upon dx will be equal to, now power will come in front. Power will be in front. So 5 into, this is 9 over here, into x into, then decrease the power by 1. So here you are having 5 minus 1, you will be having 4. So you will write here 4. So you will be having 45x raised to power 4 over here. The general rule or the formula for this is, if you are given y is equal to x raised to power n, where n is the integer, then you will be writing over here, you will be writing like this, dy by dx is equal to, the power will come in front, n, x raised to power n minus 1. Like this you can easily solve. So whatever you are having, suppose in place of, suppose one more example I discuss with you like this, 5y is equal to, suppose, whatever you can write, suppose 3x raised to power 9, then dy by dx will be, the derivative of y with respect to x will be 3 into the power is here 9. So 9 into x raised to power 9 minus 1, you will be having 8. So 9 3s are 27, x raised to power 8. So in this way you can easily solve the question related to differentiation. Today I have just discussed, because I will not go in detail. I will be discussing 1 or 3 topics daily of differentiation. So today what we have discussed, first thing we have discussed over here, if you are having a constant quantity y is equal to c, c is constant, then the derivative dy by dt will be 0. First rule is this. First rule is this. And the second rule, first rule, rule number 1, note it down. If you are having y is equal to c, then derivative of y will be 0. And if you are having like this, equation is given like this, constant quantity is given, cx is given, where I write, okay. So if y is equal to given and cx, c mean here you are having a constant value and if you are having x, in that case what you will write, as I have done in this case over here, first constant will be here, then you will take the derivative. You will write like this, c into dx upon dx only. So this is the rule number 2. Second rule, rule number 1 is this, rule number 2 is this. And third thing which I have discussed today is y is equal to suppose x raised to power n. In that case derivative will be dy by dx will be 1 power will come in front and 1 power will be less x n minus 1. This is the rule number 3. So today we have discussed about the 3 things we have discussed, and remaining things I will be discussing in the next video. So now let us start with the main syllabus. Today we will just do some definition or some introduction part we are going to discuss. So first of all, introduction part, and in the introduction part what we will discuss first of all what is physics. So do you know what is physics? This physics word is derived from the Latin language word physis. Physis mean nature or natural phenomenon. So the study of science which deals with the nature or natural phenomenon is known as physics. The branch of science which deals with the study of nature or natural phenomenon, that is known as physics. Now the question is where we study this nature or natural phenomena. For example, the day and night, the phenomena of day and night, and then rainbow is there, electricity is there, flow of wind is there. So many natural phenomena are there. When the light passes from the prism and it's split into 7 colors, that is also the phenomena. So many phenomena, natural phenomena are there which is discussed under this branch which is known as physics. Simply if someone asks you the definition is very simple. That branch of science which deals with the study of nature or natural phenomena is known as physics. Next thing which we are going to discuss is, now the next thing is on what principle the study of physics is based. There are 2 principles on the basis of which the study is there, and the 2 principles are, first principle is unification and the second principle is reduction. What is unification? Unification mean, I have written over here, explanation of diverse physical phenomenon in terms of a few concepts and laws. Explanation of diverse physical phenomena with the help of a few principles and law. What is the meaning of that? For example, a very simple law proposed by Newton when the apple was falling down, Newton's law. This simple phenomena can explain the motion of the satellite around the earth, the motion of the earth around the sun. So very simple laws can explain the diverse phenomenon. So this is known as unification. Next is reduction. What is reduction? Reduction is reverse of that. You can derive property of big system from the property of its constituent particle. You can derive the property of bigger system with the help of its constituent particles. For example, if you know the value of kinetic energy of a particle, of a molecule, then you can just find the temperature which is there due to bigger or large number of molecules. So you start with a single molecule and you can just determine the property of collection of particle, large number of particle, that is known as reduction. So on two principles the physics is based. First is called unification and second is called reduction. Now one more thing, when you are studying the physics, then you can study it in two levels, in two domains. There are two domains. Number one domain is the macroscopic domain, number one, and number two is microscopic. Now what is the meaning of macroscopic and microscopic? You know, it is very simple. You must have just come through this word macro and micro. Macro mean which is of large scale or size. Micro mean which is of very fine, very small size. So the same thing is over here. Macroscopic property mean the property of the particle of finite or terrestrial size to a astronomical size. That means finite size to the astronomical size is done in microscopic domain and macroscopic domain. And microscopic domain mean when you study the properties of like atoms, molecules, and so small size, very small size, that is known as microscopic domain. So in the macroscopic domain, the branch which is studied is known as classical physics. What we do in the classical physics, as I told you, it deals with the macroscopic property. That means the property of finite sized object to the astronomical size object is done under the classical physics. And then microscopic, as I have told you already, microscopic, very small size particle are studied, like atom is there, molecule is there. And the branch of science which deal with the microscopic domain is known as modern physics. So this is modern physics. So today you just come to know what is classical physics and what is modern physics. I will not proceed further because otherwise the video will become a little bit lengthy and it will be very difficult for you to understand as well. So I will just do very slow so that you could understand all the concept. So let us conclude. चलो आप conclude करते हैं भाई स्टूडेंट्स. सबसे पहले मैंने आपको बताया कि डिफरेंशिएशन किसे कहते हैं और डिफरेंशिएशन के आपको मैंने 3 रूल्स बताए. पहला रूल आपको बताया कि यदि कांस्टेंट क्वांटिटी आपके पास है तो उसका डेरिवेटिव हमेशा 0 होगा. दूसरा रूल आपको बताया कि यदि आपके पास कांस्टेंट क्वांटिटी है और साथ में वेरिएबल भी जुड़ा हुआ है, उसका एक रूल बताया. और तीसरी बात मैंने आपको बताई, यदि आपके पास वेरिएबल है और उसकी कुछ पावर भी है तो उस वक्त उसका फॉर्मूला क्या होगा, दैट वी हैव डिस्कस. उसके बाद मैंने आपको बताया कि फिजिक्स किसे कहते हैं, फिजिक्स की डेफिनेशंस आपको मैंने बताई. फिर मैंने आपको बताया कि जो फिजिक्स है वो 2 बेसिक प्रिंसिपल्स के ऊपर जो है डिपेंड करती है. पहला प्रिंसिपल है यूनिफिकेशन और दूसरा प्रिंसिपल है रिडक्शन. यूनिफिकेशन का मतलब है कि डाइवर्स फिजिकल फिनोमिना को हम एक्सप्लेन करते हैं बड़े सिंपल लॉज के साथ. और रिडक्शन में हमने डिस्कस किया कि कॉम्प्लेक्स फिजिकल फिनोमिना को हम सिंपलर मॉलिक्यूल से कैसे एक्सप्लेन कर सकते हैं. उसके बाद हमने डिस्कस किया मैक्रोस्कोपिक डोमेन किसे कहते हैं, माइक्रोस्कोपिक डोमेन किसे कहते हैं, और वो ब्रांच जो मैक्रोस्कोपिक को डील करती है उसको क्लासिकल फिजिक्स कहते हैं, और जो माइक्रोस्कोप के अंदर आती है, माइक्रोस्कोपिक डोमेन्स के अंदर आती है, दैट इज कॉल्ड मॉडर्न फिजिक्स. हमने आज यही डिस्कस किया है. मैं उम्मीद कर रहा हूं कि आप सबको ये सारी चीजें समझ आई हों, और यदि फिर भी कोई आपको कोई प्रॉब्लम है, कोई doubt या something like that you want to share with me, you are always welcome. So thank you for watching VK Voice.